Good morning to everyone. In previous class, we learned a new number system which is called as complex numbers. So what is the use of the number system means? When you try to solve the quadratic, if the discriminant value, that means if the del value is negative, to evaluate that case, we introduce a new number system which is called as complex numbers. To solve the complex equation, we consider a less statement that is nothing but I square is equal to minus 1. Using this consideration, there are some evaluations for some power I. Now, here the consideration is I square is equal to minus 1. Now, what about the value of I cube? I square value is nothing but minus 1. Then what is the value? How can I get this value? I cube is equal to minus 1. Or something, any other value is there. So how can I find this value? In lower class, 9th standard level, you have an algebraic formula a power m into a power n is equal to a power m plus n. If the base are same, you can add the powers. If the base is 1 and if the power is in addition, you can split the powers. So by using that algebraic formula, we can split the power by the known value, by the known power. For example, here I split the power 3 as I square into I power 1. When you add the base means, power means you can get the value as 3. Now what is the value of I square? We already know it's nothing but minus 1. The remaining is I. So the answer is minus I. So what is the simplification value of I cube? It's nothing but minus I. So here I write the answers. I square is equal to minus 1. I cube is equal to minus I. And just raise the power as 1, that is I power 4. The same algebraic formula, you can split the power here by the known power as I square into I square, that is nothing but minus 1 into minus 1, that is equal to 1. Therefore, the value of I power 4 is 1. And what about the value of I power 5? There are so many ways to split the powers. You can split it as I square into I power 4 into I cube into I square, whatever it may be. You can split it in so many ways. But the easiest way to get the value is nothing but if the power of I is 4 and answer is nothing but 1, you can use this splitting. So I can split it as I power 4 into I. You can get the value easily. No need to remember all those values. So I know that I power 4 is nothing but 1. So 1 into I is nothing but I. So what is the value of I power 5? Is I. Now, let us consider the power something more than 10 or 11 something. I take the power as 57. I power 57. A large power. How can I get this value? I power 50. How can I simplify this value? We just use the concept. The multiples of 4 is nothing but always 1, where n belongs to the integer. If the power of I is a multiples of 4, the answer is nothing but 1. Here the power is 4n. For n you can substitute any integer value. The result denotes integers. The integers contain 0, plus or minus 1, plus or minus 2, etc. whatever it may be. Now it can be split as I power 57 is split as a multiples of 4. So when you divide by 4, 4 ones are 4, balance 1, 4 4s are 16, balance 1. So it is nothing but balance 1 means it can be split as I power 56 into I. So this is a multiples of 4 and the remainder is 1. Now I know the value as 1. It is nothing but I. So finally answer is I. So positive power is okay. Integer is nothing but it contains both positive and negative. Then what about the negative? How can I get the value if it is negative? I power minus 57. Whether it is possible to find the power is negative? Yes, it's so simple. You know the formula, in algebraic formula, a power m is equal to 1 by a power minus 1. That means you can bring the power to the base means the power become as minus. If you bring the base to the power means the numerator means it becomes as plus. You know that formula, a power m is equal to 1 by a power minus 1. So here the power is minus. So bring it to the base means it becomes I power 57. Now already I know that I power 57 is nothing but I. So 1 by I. It is not a proper structure in complex number. In next class we can see how it is not a proper number. How can I simplify this one? In next class we can see detail. Now here I have to simplify some more something. So for 1 I already know that I equal 4, which is nothing but I. When you cancel each other means you get the answer as I cube. I know the value of I cube. What is I cube? Nothing but minus I. So in this way you can evaluate the power of I, whether it may be positive or it may be negative. If it is negative means bring it to denominator. If it is positive means just split the power as a multiples of 4 and then substitute the value which is you are known. Now some more algebraic formulas we can apply to evaluate this one. For example, now what is the value? I square, I cube, I equal 4, etc. I equal 10. Now the I are expressed in multiplication. I's are expressed in multiplication. If they are expressed in the multiplication, if the base are same, you can add the same formula. If the base are same, you can add the powers. So simply I write it as 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus etc. up to 10. And you just observe here we have a formula, AP formula. Formula is 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus etc. up to n is equal to, what is the formula? Yes, n into n plus 1 divided by 2. N into n plus 1 divided by 2. By using the formula, you can get the value of the power of pi. So it is nothing but, what is the n here? That is nothing but 10. So 10 into 10 plus 1 means 11 by 2. So when you cancel this, you can get the answer as 5. So 11 5s are 55. So I power 55. Again you have to split the power according to the power of 4. Multiples of 4. Multiples of 4 means 4 1s are 4. Balance 1. 4 3s are 12. Balance 3. So this is 5 power 52 into I cube. In this way you can split as a multiples of 4 and what about the remainder? When you divide by 4, what is the remainder? Now this is a multiples of 4. The answer is nothing but 1, and you know the value of I cube. I cube is nothing but minus 8. So simply the answer is minus 8. Simply you can get the answer, whatever the structure may be. Now here the I terms are expressed in multiplication. Now let us consider another one. Now here I is expressed in addition. If it is expressed in addition means you can't use this formula. This formula is applicable only if the base are same and if they are expressed in multiplication. Base same இருந்து multiplication இருந்தா நம்ம power add பண்ணிக்கலாம் அப்படின்றது இந்த algebraic formula. So அத previous sumக்கு நம்ம apply பண்ணுவோம். But இந்த sumக்கு நம்ம அந்த formulaவை apply பண்ண முடியாது. Since இங்க I பாத்தீங்கன்னா plus ல express ஆயிருக்கு. It is an expression in addition. The power is raised as 1. அது ஒன்றும் பிரச்சனை இல்லை, ஒன்று ரைஸ் ஆகிட்டு இருக்கு. அதுதான் நம்ம ஏபி ஃபார்மை டக்குன்னு யூஸ் பண்ணிட முடியாது. ஏன்னா நம்ம பவரை ஆட் பண்ணி விட முடியாது. We can't use that formula. So here one more thing is, one concept is here. You just take these 4 values. If they are expressed in addition, addition express ஆயிருந்தா consecutive பவர்ஸ் இருக்கான்னு பாருங்க. Consecutive means அடுத்தடுத்த பவர்ஸ், அடுத்தடுத்த நம்பர் கிராஜுவலாக இன்க்ரீஸ் ஆகும். 1 2 3 4, it is increased by 1. Since it is not an AP, but the powers are increased as 1. So if the power of I is increased as 1 and if I are expressed in addition, additional express ஆயிருந்து power consecutive 4 5 பவர் போயிட்டே இருக்குன்னா இதோட ஆன்சர் 0. I plus I square plus I cube plus I power 4 is nothing but 0. If the power is consecutively as 4, the answer is nothing but 0. எப்படி சார் வந்துச்சு இது? இங்க பாருங்க, that is இது I அப்படியே வச்சுக்கலாம். I square cancel, this cancel, minus 1, this cancel, minus I, this cancel, plus 1, simplify by 0. So I, minus I, plus 1, minus 1, so the answer is 0. Because of the power is consecutively as 4. 4 power வரிசையாக இருந்தான்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. அப்போ I power 5, I power 6, I power 7, I power 8. இதுக்கு ஆன்சர் என்னது 0 தான். பேலன்ஸ் என்ன இருக்கு I power 9. So simply the answer is I power 9. So again you have to simplify this one. I power 9 multiples of 4 ஆ I power 8 into I. For this one answer is 1 into I is equal to I. Simply get the answer. So in both the cases the I will be expressed. Either it may be expressed in multiplication or it may be expressed in addition. These are the two main cases. And now இதே cases இப்படி கூட கொடுக்கலாம். In another way, it may be given in another way. That means summation n is equal to 1 to 10 I power n. So what is the meaning of this symbol? You have to sum. எதை சம் பண்ணணும்? n க்கு பதிலா இந்த வேல்யூஸ் ஒவ்வொண்ணா அப்ளை பண்ணிட்டு ஃபைனலா சம் பண்ணணும். That is, this gives the meaning as I power 1, I power 2, I power 3, I etc. I power 10 plus I power 10. This is the meaning of the summations. You have to sum the value from starting from 1 to 10. Substitute the value here consecutively and then add. This is the meaning of this summation. இதுதான் இங்க இருக்கு நம்மகிட்ட. இப்போ I power 9 வரைக்கும் பார்த்தோம். I power 10 இருக்கு. அப்போ பேலன்ஸ் என்னவோ அதை எழுதி ஆட் பண்ண வேண்டியதுதான். ஸோ இது ஒரு மீனிங். இந்த இடத்துல n-க்கு பதிலாக என்ன வேணால் கொடுக்கலாம். n plus 1, n plus 2, or 2n, whatever the power may be, just for n you have to apply the value and get the value power of I and just add. So according to this explanation, the exercise 2.1 is given. Exercise 2.1 in the basic term, evaluating the value of I. How to simplify if the power of I is more than 1 or more than 2 something, whatever it may be. Higher power இருந்தா இந்த மாதிரி சம்மேஷன் பவர்ஸ் கொடுத்திருந்தா இல்ல சம்திங் எக்ஸ்பிரஷன் மாதிரி கொடுத்திருந்தா மல்டிப்ளிகேஷன் அடிஷன் கொடுத்திருந்தா how can I evaluating the I, that is a exercise 2.1. so இந்த exercise நீங்களே செல்ஃபா வொர்க் அவுட் பண்ணலாம். அந்த அளவுக்கு ரொம்ப ஈஸியான எக்சர்சைஸ் தான். if you have no doubt this concept, இந்த கான்செப்ட்ல எந்த டவுட் இந்த if you know these values, இந்த வேல்யூ கிளியரா தெரியுது, இந்த ஃபார்முலா கிளியரா இருக்கு, இந்த ஃபார்முலா என்னால் அப்ளை பண்ண முடியுது, அண்ட் தென் இந்த லிமிட் ஃபார்முலா ஞாபகம் இருக்கு அப்படின்னா you can do the sum as your own. Okay, thank you.